Hi, this is Bryan Largay. I'm the Conservation Director with the Land Trust of Santa Cruz County, and I'm going to be talking about the Resilient Pajaro Estuary program that we've launched recently. Here I'll be talking about Beach Ranch and some of the other fantastic farmland around it. This property grows the healthiest food on earth, and lots of it. It's always spring, great for strawberries and greens, and the deep river soils are fertile. At the same time, these farms bump up against the estuaries. Estuaries are rare and important habitats, really amazing, hosting thousands of shorebirds. We have harbor seals and sea otters right here in the Pajaro River estuary. The marshes are the foundation of the food web, and productivity here feeds the ocean. I was sampling water recently, and the entire estuary was teeming with shrimp, great food for fish and birds. We recognize that this landscape faces a threat, climate change driving rising seas and big wave events, as well as major river floods. This leads to what's called the coastal squeeze, where as waters rise, the marshes can drown like an overwatered houseplant. This poses a threat to farmland. Flooding and salt are bad for growing food. This creates an incentive to build berms and levees that constrains the water further and forces it to rise even higher with the same amount of flooding. These berms can also fail suddenly. Further, the region has recognized the challenge of groundwater overdraft and seawater intrusion. The community of growers and landowners and water resource managers have been seeking a solution. One of the things that we discovered while looking at this problem was that the traditional agricultural lease creates an incentive to farm poor land. Land is priced by the ranch. Growers renting the land pay for every farmable acre, including poor producing land. It makes sense to them to farm every acre, even if this is just to cover the cost of lease on poor producing land. Our solution is Beach Ranch, spectacular property, 250 acres. We now own it, thanks to contributions from many of you and grants from the state of California and donations from major local partners like Driscoll's. Our strategy is to work with growers to identify the poor producing fields and take those out of the lease. We'll restore those fields to estuarine wetlands. Bulldozers and land graders will set back the berms, build deep channels, and provide room for floodwaters. This will protect the prime farmland nearby, and the restored wetlands will clean the water and support fish and wildlife. Some of the outcomes are that we will reinvest the lease revenue to benefit the Pajaro Valley. We'll keep the best farmland in production, and this extra accommodation space will reduce the flooding risk nearby. We have identified 120 acres and over 3 miles of shoreline along the Pajaro River and Watsonville sloughs where we can do these projects, increasing wetland habitat and reducing flood hazard risk. This is what we call locally led conservation, supported by growers and landowners, conservation groups, community members, and local and state agencies. We collaborate with the innovative working lands operators of Santa Cruz County to find creative solutions. Thanks for listening, and we hope to keep you looped into the process as we develop our designs and restoration plans. That will take place over the next 2 to 3 years, and we hope to be starting construction in 2028.